Most of you have heard the saying that money is the root of all evil. It is money that lets us be greedy. This short video shows how this comes about. I have not gone into all the fancy details because we will not be able to see the forest because of the trees. In the beginning, there was just Adam and Eve in the garden, and they had plenty to eat. This was the hunter-gatherer time in our evolution. There are still some remote tribes that live this way. Before long, Adam and Eve had many children. Soon, there were so many people in Eden that there was not enough to eat. This was a time when farming was invented. It produced much more food and could support more people. But as the population increased, this was still not enough. A whole forest was needed to support a family of hunter-gatherers. But a 2-acre farm with a decent soil in a temperate climate can sustain a family of 4. Even in the limestone rock of Bobcaygeon, it is still possible to grow your own food. The chairman of Citizens for Direct Democracy is Steve Clark. These photos show what he has done in his backyard. He has fresh vegetables all summer long. But most importantly, he is no longer part of the global supply chain. He is independent and self-sufficient. So the people left Eden and filled the whole earth until all the land was taken. Some people had a lot of land. When new children were born, they had no land to farm and feed themselves. In reality, the people of Europe spread out across the globe, taking the land from the indigenous people. But this was still not enough for everyone to have their own 2 acres. In my lifetime, the world population has increased by 400%. There are 3 ways in which wealth can be distributed: goods for goods, goods for service, and money for service. The next 3 slides will look at these methods. Exchanging goods is called barter. The Hudson Bay Company exchanged rifles, axes, whiskey, and bread for animal furs. In some cultures, the bride price was paid with cattle. In the slide, you see that 1 sheep is being exchanged for 6 chickens. Some poor people will pay the doctors with rabbits, a cord of wood, or farm produce. This example is unusual, but true. Many farmers during the land rush in America had plenty of land but very little money. They could not pay money for a funeral, so they paid with an acre of land. Some landowners did have money. Often they were like Thomas Need, who founded Bobcaygeon. He came from the landed gentry in England and had cash. When we are given money for doing work, what do we really have? Money is an idea. It is a token that represents a promise, an IOU, a promise that is easily broken. Money has no intrinsic value. Paper money can light your cigar, but that is about all. Money is an agreement between people. It can be anything you like. A money cowrie shell here was used by the people in the Pacific. They were valued because they were used as personal ornaments. The wampum was used as money by the North American Indians. A wampum with 12 shells was worth 1 English penny. The tally stick was used by Henry I in 1068. It was royal currency which lasted for 726 years. It is a subject that needs its own video. Here we have an ancient gold coin. These did have their own value because they were precious metals and could be used in jewelry and modern days currency. Paper money is just a thin sheet of paper, of plastic, and bitcoins are numbers somewhere in the computer heaven, and that is all it is. We cannot eat money, we cannot wear money, we cannot cook with money, we cannot pick apples with money, we cannot plow the fields with money, we cannot do a single life-sustaining thing with money. Money does not bring happiness. Money as an object has no value. Money is only as valuable as people's faith in it. It is a chip used to gamble on the stock market. This is the world created by money. Money splits people into two groups. We have the rich and the poor. We have the employers and the workers, or masters and servants. People with a good lifestyle, fine clothes, nice holidays, decent food, and great homes. And on the other side, we have those with an existence lifestyle that goes from payday to payday. It is a shabby life of sleep and work. This also splits the world into people who rent their homes and the people who own the homes. The rich can afford better medical attention, medications, and nutritious food, and they are usually healthy. The poor are always without adequate housing, clothing, heat, and medical attention. As a result, the poor are always anxious about their future, their jobs, their health, and old age, whereas the rich feel secure. That is what money does. The 26 richest billionaires own $1.4 trillion. It is as much as the 3.8 billion people who make up the poorest half of the planet's population. And that amount increases by 2.5 billion every day. That is a report from Oxfam. Mankind has a problem of inequity that must be solved. And only the will of the people can stop this intolerable evil. Our leaders accept this situation. The people will not. Direct democracy is their voice. You may contact us through our webpage www.citizensfordirectdemocracy.ca. Thank you.